All right. So, yeah, so I'm going to take it slow. And, right. So again, this is, again, we have here promise, right? We have the fog, right? Veiled, clouds, shape shifting, strength, mountains, earth, magic, fairies, the new moon, and the promise, and fire and passion. Okay? So, I don't know if this has something to do with the altered energy of the moon energy, right? Whatever was hidden will be shown. We have the winter solstice reflection, a time to reflect, possibly. Okay? And then we have dance and celebration. So it's funny that we're going to be talking about, well, I'm thinking cups here, but also pentacles, right? So again, for the battle or whatnot, right? Which again, I feel like Jerusalem is speaking of two energies. I mean, I think Jerusalem could be dealing with the sun, or Jesus of Nazareth, Jesus Christ energy, and Jesus of Nazareth energy, Nazarene. I also feel like Mary Mother and Mary Magdalene energy. Okay. Again, the moon and the sun, right? Canaan energy here. Possible scorpionic energy as well. But also, I don't know, I see Gemini too, because I don't know of the twin energy. Almost like two nations are fighting in the Two of Pentacles, ups and downs, the two wands or two candlesticks, Ashereth energy and Isaiah. Isaiah kind of had a conflicting energy with Ashereth energy, like I said. So again, a double cup. Tell it to the mountain. Go tell it to the mountain. It's kind of look like that's what this person is saying. Yeah, I got this going on over here. You know what I'm saying? A foot on the sand and a foot in the water. And then mixing something up here again. Stirring something up, okay? Causing some kind of something. And then also this person is sitting here doing this, but look how they side-eyeing the energy, right? But they don't have that light here no more. So again, maybe the new moon has something to do with removing the energy from the moon, because the moon may have been misusing their advantage or something like that over the sun, possibly. And that's what we see, I feel, in the moon card, if you ask me. Okay? Angrily, dealing with the sun angrily, especially even when we're talking about the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay? And then how we see her now as, again, we have the sun here, right? And then we have the star. And we also have the new emperor with the sun. Instead of having that dark energy on his shoulder, he has the sun on his shoulder in the new major arcana deck. And then we have here the Queen of Pentacles, again, with, again, someone at her feet. So every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. So I'm wondering if this is the energy that we're coming across right here. Okay? Because even in that arcana altered deck, you'll see her put down those wands and step out of here. Almost like this princess energy here. That sometimes, you have to be your own knight. Especially, again, if, the energy of the masculine is, on this, right? So it's kind of like a juggling effect. But they're also not noticing, I feel like that energy is being spread out and it's giving other, especially feminine energies, powers over the mother. Of the earth, the mother of all energy is what I'm saying, of the heavens and the earth, right? Is given, again, the queen of swords and all of those energies that are kind of above in status, possibly an upper hand or an advantage over, the actual earth. A bird's eye view almost. And keep on, we just still have this card here with the crow peeking in. you know, it's the moon card, but also the sun is there as well. So, so again, it's giving me Muslim energy, right? Moorish energy versus, again, the earth, nature, or natural. Law versus nature, you know. So, again, that's what I feel. Okay? So, let's keep going. So again, so when I see Jerusalem, that's one of the mountainous, we're talking hills and valleys in this chapter. So again, this is making me think about, again, hills and valleys. And again, at this time, there have been people that have been able to accumulate whatever they need in order to get mountainous energy, or hills and valleys, right? Again, and some of us, you know, like I said, I've been feeling like, again, a servant of, even though I know, again, that you know what I'm saying, I'm in that energy of a ruler class or a leader class, okay, or the energy of prior to the beginning in Genesis, right? The autochthonous, or even antediluvian, before the flood energy, right? That some of these people are going to be swept away with the flood, right? And then the whole energy, which is concerning, is that those are coming in because of the flood, or with the flood, are going to be able to be elevated. Like Biden said, again, in general, when it comes to so-called black people, will have to be basically subservient, or again, to all the other particular races. And I think he specifically said Mexican. So again, remain in Mexico. I don't know. There's just like some coded energy there to me, as if, again, there is some kind of something between. But then if we go back to that energy, again, I've had people try to say, oh, you know, these people are Mexican, talking about, because I look a little bit different. But again, I embody the whole thing. So it's just like that. You see what I'm saying? So I don't discriminate in that sense. I just don't want anyone left behind. So to honor my mother and father in that energy of the ancestral energy, I fight for those that don't have a voice, or those that, again, are trapped in that lower level. Again, we could be talking, they're talking infrastructure, they're talking about raising debt ceiling, but I'm saying, again, it's making it so that women, or again, depending on if we're talking about autochthonous women or foreign women, meaning groups and clusters of people that came in to serve in some kind of, as prisoners of war, or some type of servitude. Okay, and those people being left behind or underneath when in the Sheol, right? So again, I would think that this whole thing is about releasing the people from that area, and also giving me that Esther energy of fighting for her people, you know, to be freed. Or even you can go to a Moses or Moshe type of energy, right? Okay, so again, it says promise of salvation. Okay, so again, I think the first had to wait until the last, but if the first is waiting for the last, depending on what energy we're dealing with, or what God or Lord we're dealing with, that makes it so that everybody else has some type of financial gain, or have already been all the way up Jacob's ladder, or again, that particular ladder. Or again, I'm thinking Kundalini energy also here, while again, we were being, you know, juggled or played with, toyed with, or surveilled or targeted. Do you see what I'm saying? So that is just how I see it. I don't know how someone else would see it, but I have to call it how I see it. Because it's also giving, again, the Son of Man a heads up over the Son of God, right? While the sons of God are getting breadcrumbs, right? The sons of man are being exalted or placed up. So again, that is what you consider idol worship. So again, even though it seems like the grass is greener, it's funny that we keep talking about this metal energy. The grass will never be greener than it is when it comes to this energy here. And again, to know that, again, through all of this other mixing and things like this, is the only reason why, again, that light has been shed on those particular people, hermit mode, right? So again, it's like this mustard seed, or that which has been hidden for whatever reason, you know. I just don't like the fact that here it's talking about some kind of ending of something. You know, maybe there might have been just trials and tribulations. I'm seeing Jacob trouble with Jacob Blake energy. You know what I'm saying? And then the slain lamb with George Floyd in Minnesota, the land of many waters that we're talking about here in Revelations. So, you know, yeah. So again, all of this warring or whatever, I think has been going on because of the true sun, right? and then the illusions that were given here, right? And then also the wounded warrior energy. And then also we have the, I don't know if it's the Eight of Swords with the girl that is trapped, right, with the water at her feet and blindfolded. So again, the binding or blinding also I feel has occurred in the past. Hopefully that's where it stays, as to blinding that empress or whatever, while everyone can be, again, taking from America. It just is the way that I see it, and I hope that, again, we are going a different course this time, because I cannot refrain from how that energy, you know, I have to look at things at the root of it and see how it was, why it was, you know, like that, and what could be done this time, or what should I be aware of this time as being in that empress energy. Again, and it's not the fault of the empress if the emperor, you know what I'm saying, is not interested, or, you know, wants to juggle, or, again, if magicians or sorcery is involved. Again, I feel like, although in my personal life that's my business, but when it comes to this type of work, I feel like, you know, maybe I've done somewhat wrong, but I don't feel it's been a fight. You know what I'm saying? It's been a fight. And again, some people fight fair and some fight dirty. Okay? All right? So while the sand and you're getting all the grit out of your eye or your third eye, or cleansing that energy, you know what I'm saying? Letting off that fossil fuel, or again, when we're dealing with that dark matter, you know, the Ace of Cups, even cleaning out that which is not righteous or good, you know, possibly, but again, good to who, right? So if it's not good to the fact that we want to keep this in a patriarchal energy and get rid of the matriarchal energy, or again, is this something where it's going to be balanced out, and, you know, both people, we're going to have an emperor and an empress, you know, doing their particular thing. Okay? So again, the new moon, like I said, it gives me that energy of Mary, Queen of Scots, and then also the other energy of Scotia, which is the daughter of Pharaoh, okay? The daughter of Pharaoh, okay? Yeah, okay? So it depends on what dynasty we're talking about as well, because again, after the, by the time the 18th dynasty, it was already mixed pretty much. You know, oh, we have the Ace of Cups here on this page, though. Okay. A gift to you. So again, these are some type of gifts. This represents a gift of love. Okay. Either a personal or divine nature. This ace reminds us of the Holy Grail. Okay, that's what I said before I even knew it. Okay, that I feel like it's the Holy Grail. And I do feel like it's the nectar. Again, when we're dealing with, what is it, the shell? When we're dealing with, even manifest destiny, where to go. And when we're dealing with, oh my goodness, Venus energy here. Excuse me. Okay, this is not a cup. This is a energy, like this Ace of Cups. Like plenty of people, you know, you can have cups, but that Ace of Cups, I don't know. I feel like it was a gift, and I feel like also it was a gift that was rejected. You know what I'm saying? The cornerstone or whatever that the builders rejected. So again, that's what makes me think again that these people are building something, and again, they may not have wanted, again, the Empress or that feminine energy involved, and now they're seeing that, again, it may be useful to have that energy, or again, she's standing in her full power and potential, and she knows and she sees. Here you go.
Why would you take
Okay, I just needed it really quick. Here. And again, here we go. With the Five of Pentacles, again, I feel like this is the energy to destroy the whatever foundation the person has, especially with Taurus energy. When you deal with the foundation and you try to strike the foundation of the Taurus and they see red, they're going in, period. And so again, I feel like, again, because of the way that things have been set up in the political arena, which we are talking about here in this chapter, that's just the way it is. So it's kind of like my way or the highway, or to make sure, and this is why the whole thing, again, of being in the dome, or again in the head or the temple of that empress that is connected to that tree of life, that life giver. Okay, the person, again, that energy of the ruach or the holy grail, holy, you know what I'm saying, mother energy, that is going to also be feeding the flock in a sense, almost like Yeshua. So it's that light, that guiding light, almost like the Christ-like energy, or if it's not it alone. And I feel like there's two counterparts. There's someone that wants to see someone win, and there's one that wants to see someone fall. So again, before you get, too out of hand or away from what these people's priorities are, they will discard or discard you. Okay, like use something and take what you have in your temple and build it back better, what they think, but there's never going to be anything like the original at the end of the day. And again, it's about respect, because the reason why, again, so a lot of these people have this exalted energy of wisdom, right, is because they got it from the mother, because they got it from the father. You know what I'm saying? So which they got it from the mother, which the father, I feel, distributed through the wand, we will say. All right. So if this is war, or love and war, breadcrumbing, all this other energy, we have these two goats, or these two rams here with the two or page of pentacles here. Okay. So again, but I feel like, again, this success and love possibly is the energy that is brewing now. I don't know. Like I said, I just can only see what I see here. Okay. So again, it says comfort, give comfort to my people, says your God. So this is separating. Nothing. I was going to do something and I decided not to. So, yeah, the Lord's glory, and this is Lord's in all cap, and Israel, the liberation. I was just thinking libation, right? Or pouring out something, again, to the ancestors or to whatnot. All right. So it says comfort, give comfort to my people, says your God. So this is separating a God. This is saying to these particular people's God. So again, do we have to go back? And I think we may have to. Okay. We might have to. Okay. The Messianic capital. Okay. Poetic beauty and power, and consistently remind his wayward people of all their destiny and fidelity of Yahweh to his promises. Okay, let's see. Poems. Okay, oracles. Of the oracles come from Isaiah. The faithful reflect the Asa. So again, it's making me think, like I said, deeply influenced by the prophetic belongs sections such as the Apocalypse. Okay. Yeah. Again, I feel like, again, with the Hermit card, that is that energy. Rather, the energy that's holding that star wants to admit it, they admire the star. But if the star gets too bright, right, then again, there's ways to alter the way that the star can shine. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is somebody having control of it to keep it caged in a sense. Okay. Oracles against the pagan nation. Okay. So again, yeah. So again, oracles against the pagan, but then the pagan nation is also that which is organic or natural through nature prior to religion, period. Okay. So again, that's kind of like grappling. I don't know. That's on the verge of something right there. The oracle. Okay. Against the pagan nation. The oracles. Yeah. But God has one oracle, right? And then there's many other now. So again, that's the Build-A-Bitch, or I said I wasn't gonna do that. The Build-A-Being workshop again, and they're all like vipers, or that den of brooding vipers that's coming for that empress or that queen bee energy. Period. And that's just what it is. And that's why, again, I feel like in that show, it was like the witches hated certain empresses. Or certain witches, like the girl Davina in the originals, and they ended up treating her wrong. And again, Genevieve, I believe her name is, when they were getting their praise and the celebration was on, she made sure to make sure that Davina, okay, that most powerful witch, okay, did not get her accolades. she had to sit there while everybody else got their stuff, right? So again, it makes me think about that here. When it comes to that energy, is it really something that this person did wrong, or is it false judgment, or something again that was just keeping this person down or bogging them down or trying to defeat them in their purpose that they're here for, right? Because of some kind of third party situation here. Somebody couldn't let go or can't let go, and the Empress knows who she is, and she's not going to fight. She's not going to be compared to. And then again, but she will defend and stand her ground. And again, she doesn't need anyone to kind of tell her all the time when she's victorious, even though it can feel like, you know what I'm saying, something is not right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, after really looking and seeing again what her friends or so-called friends, foes are talking about, she can kind of gauge where it's coming from. Because again, that's where they got their light from, I feel, in the first place. It was a gift. All right. So again, the Hermit, in order to help this Empress or help that energy, both the masculine and feminine. But I feel like, again, they speak one way out of their mouth, but they have other intentions, period. Okay. Because there can only be one of those pearls or that star. And again, I know who that is. So, yeah. And again, while it seems like everyone else have been lifted or also probably guided in a different, more nourishing way, again, I've had to fight several of these battles just like this. And then again, it's like now the masculine wants to come in when, that Empress is beaten down or tattered. But again, she won't stop. Not this time. And there's no gift, you know what I'm saying, in the world that's any kind of material thing, even though that would be nice, you know what I'm saying, that would be able to change the way that she sees it. If anything, it's really gonna be like a real true love situation. And so again, this is the success in love, because again, that's not the only thing. Like Solomon only wanted wisdom. Nah, I want it all. You know what I'm saying? And so again, to be able to see this in this lifetime, and want to share it again. Okay, hold on one second. Where is it? Okay, what kind of book is it? It's a book? There's no book in here.
It's blue.
There's no book in here.
What do you mean?
There's no book in there. Look at me, you got me on here, got my socks showing.
I'll need to go over there.
What?
I'll need to go over there.
Okay, what is it? Tell me what you need.
My book
What does it look like? What kind of book?
is bright blue with a smile face on.
Here, going on over there. Just take the whole thing out.
I can't because of this cow.
Okay. Well, do you see it? Because I don't see it in there. Apologies. This is the only way I can do this. You have to wait. I'll help you find it in a second. Is it here? On that bookshelf? What kind of book is it? For what? The drawing book?
No.
Okay, what?
A reading book.
About what?
Sister.
You talking about those little smiley faces on it?
Yes.
I don't know where that book went. It might be in the living room somewhere. In those drawers in the living room. Just go check. And if not, and I'll be done in a second and I can help you. Okay, my fault. Okay. So again, it's almost like thou shalt not tempt the Lord, right? And it's almost like also the energy of, temptation. I'll give you this or whatever if you just fall down and worship me. And again, I don't try to lead nobody to do that, but I feel like, again, in this sense, that's what these masculine energies have been doing. And it's kind of like, interfering or even tampering in with the you know, the energy, which makes you naked, because again, you're not aware that again this is going on around you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you really listening and paying attention, then even when you're aware of it, how do you protect yourself, right, from being defiled spiritually? You see, because when the governing forces were done with the temple or the capital, they just left it there for others to come into or come near, right? Or even suck from or use from, which is wrong. It's wrong, and it's in order so that they can have her bare-breasted and exposed, so that they can have a reason why she can't be in her full potential or power, while they let other people that are doing these things behind closed doors advance. Again, and then you worship these idols, and then that's where everything, I feel, goes wrong. So again, it's like breaking a buck almost energy. Okay, so again, speak tenderly to Jerusalem, okay, and proclaim to her that her service is at an end, her guilt is expiated. Okay, now, okay, where did my other phone just go? Okay, so again, this is making me wonder, because I'm thinking like, okay, because I'm thinking like this has something to do with, again, maybe trying to get somebody off of, because we were just talking about this in Revelations also, as to somebody was getting double what they did to people. And then it makes me think again, I don't know what this energy is here. Maybe this new moon promise energy, I don't know. Again, that her service is at an end. Her guilt is expiated. Indeed, she has received from the hand of the Lord, okay, which is not God. So again, the Lord energy, like I said, it can be unjust, okay? It can be unjust because they're not supposed to be ruling anything in the first place. From the beginning, like I said, we're talking about God. In Genesis 2, we're talking about the Lord God coming in and tampering with, or again, the Two of Cups energy, mixing things up, okay, and changing the dynamics, actually, is what it is, okay? Right? And I don't know if like this has been like a battle, again, the Two of Pentacles going back and forth, or the juggling energy here, okay? While these so-called ships, again, there's that ships right there, while these ships come in. So again, I don't know if somebody's trying to like, oh, I feel bad, so I'm gonna, you know, like this or whatever, or if somebody's trying to get the moon to not receive, or any other energy not to receive what they're going to be getting, which it's almost like that, take them out the trial. It's like, you know, like, again, if it's supposed to be like some kind of divine connection or whatever, then how could somebody allow for that? Unless we were dealing with succubus energies, or, you know, high priestesses that are very powerful and hate the empress. Again, that's what I'm saying about in the kingdom. When we're talking about that pyramid or the beehive energy, if you put the little bees before your empress or your queen bee, then again, it's going to be a problem. So it's just like that kind of energy. That's what I see. And I think people want me to not be so, you know, straightforward and say what I mean when I'm talking about this. I'm in this energy. There's, in my eyes, there's no feminine energy above me. I feel this is what the ancestors is telling me. And I'm not saying no, and I think a masculine energy is neck and neck, if not a little bit over me, because of the information or the knowledge from the Akashic that they may have been able to obtain from the previous 20 years that they've had in Afghanistan, which is talking about antiquity, or again, we're talking about the mind or the Akashic records. And Lord knows, again, just can we see the things, why that they, is it now time to illuminate or shed light on the things that they've been doing, again, probing us, while again I was brought to this plane in that Sekhmet energy to probe them for what they've been doing to people in general. And I think they didn't like that, and that's why the punishment is there. It's not from God. It's not karma from God. No, it's forces and principalities and powers that shouldn't be, that are using their power and their authority in order to dethrone an empress or a queen. And her masculine counterpart, which would be, again, something that would be set up by DNA, which also can bring karma because of who you are. It's never been about your color. It's been about who you are, okay? Like I always say, the race has been about the race to the top. That's where we get it misconstrued, right? And I think that, again, if people have been piling up and using these bricks in order to build these things that are going to crumble because they went against what Source said and then tried to do this in some kind of way with their hand, with their signature, to take from others or to move, advance ahead, right? But again, with that all-seeing eye energy that's looking at me back there, it's like kind of seeing through the veil or the fog, or again, being healed in order to be able to see things a little bit more clearly. But the only thing while you're judgment may have been cloudy is because of witchcraft, sorcery, and all these other things that people were doing to get advantage over you so that they can separate the land up how they want to, when again it's supposed to be one whole thing, and there's supposed to be an emperor and an empress that are supposed to be the ruling. And again, if we want to talk about the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, it can't be the Son and the Son. So it's almost like two sons gathered together, or again, two other groups or multiple groups have gathered together in order to overthrow that energy so that everybody can have a say-so, which they would have had a say-so in the first place. It's just a new commander-in-chief that is supposed to reign forever, that's supposed to come in. That's supposed to be just, true, upright, and again, not use their work or their powers in a negative light to harm people or to bring, unjust matters. It's to bring justice, again, and peace, right? So again, it's saying, I'm seeing something like no justice, no peace, or again, there will be no peace, right? Okay. So again, this is something I feel also has something to do with dancing and then activating that within the DNA, which again, I haven't been dancing much because, I used to just sit outside and stuff and just be free and do whatever, but it's cold now. But, again, it's still, I've been just really contemplating on things. So yeah, so again, when we're talking about the Jerusalem energy, I see Jerusalem and then the idol version of Jerusalem. I think that, again, someone didn't want their secret revealed about something about them. And I'm seeing like even a desertous energy. And the fact that, again, there is a womb or whatnot, again, that is naturally supposed to be, right? But again, with technology today, they can do what they want to do, especially when we're talking abortion energy with those things that are going on in Texas and how to cut something off. That's definitely Queen of Swords energy, right? And it's like to call these so-called white folks devils and stuff like that, when again, now we're noticing that the Moorish energy and other energies of people that look like you were involved in this as well is being very telling. And also when we're dealing with people that may be barren for whatever reasons, they are barren. But again, they want the seed of the high priestess that's holding the Torah in her hand, which is the word, which is the star, which is the pearl, which is that energy, which is the tree of life, which is Inanna, which is Sekhmet, which is that who, Ma'at, that who comes to bring. So right here it's saying make no judgment. So I don't make no personal judgment against nobody, what they do in their life, but I'm going to judge the world. Again, because I'm sitting up in it. You see what I'm saying? That's just it. So again, this pouring out, this is love. It's really love. It really is. It may be tough love, but it is what it is. All right. So it says, and proclaimed to her that her service, again, so this may be somebody losing a position in some type of service. I think somebody's trying to cut me off because, again, the words may be becoming a little bit more something for some individuals. But again, I feel like, again, should be cutting off some other nation that has been trying to be a decoy or an idol version of me, just because they're more articulate when it comes to law and these things, when I'm very articulate when it comes to this word. So again, I am the way, I am the light. When we're talking about the word, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. And again, God's wife was with God. God's wife is the star. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. We keep whatever it is. So again, somewhere between being fruitful and multiplying, You know what I'm saying? There might have been some distractions. But again, an emperor knows his empress, right? So again, it says this expiate energy here. Again, and this empress ain't talking about no third party. And because she don't want no third party, I think is the reason why she's been, again, thrown under the bus in a sense. And it may not be by way of the masculine, it may be family, friends, or again, peer pressure from those on high. But I believe that when we're talking about the sun card here, okay, the sun is not a boy anymore. He is a grown ass man. All right. And the empress is not uptight anymore. She is chilling. You know what I'm saying? Almost on a natural high. She's sitting like really more calm on her. Look, we got calm here on her throne. Okay? Yeah. Breathe. Heal your tired body and allow your spirit to find peace without harmony. Your healing journey will take much longer. So again, that's maybe why we keep getting the long road or the long journey here. Okay? So again, it is at an end. Her guilt is expiated. Okay, indeed she has received from the hand of the Lord double for what all her sins. So again, this is a Lord misusing their power, I believe. And I believe it has something to do with New York and Georgia and California and in Texas, and a couple of other states that have, I was going to say Florida, but I would, I don't know what I'm thinking about that, I don't know. Okay. But is this only because somebody's getting called out or something for something? Again, I do see a feminine energy here when we're talking about this Lord. I feel like this feminine energy, somebody took the half and somebody took the whole, but I guess now. So again, I feel like this has something to do with, again, somebody taking a throne or a crown. Okay. Even when it comes to part of your, that crown or corona, your third eye, your pineal, that energy here. Okay. Okay, a voice cries out in the darkness, prepare the way of the Lord, make straight in the wasteland a highway for our God. So this may be talking about, again, when we're talking about an elevated way of thinking or thought process. Okay. All right. Every valley shall be filled in, every mountain and hill shall be made low. Okay, so this is almost like every stone will be left unturned. Okay, I don't know. I'm thinking like storm watch energy here, if it's not already what has already occurred. Okay, so again it says, and the rugged, land shall be made a plain, the rough country a broad valley. Then the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all mankind shall see it together. For the mouth of the Lord has spoken. A voice says, crying out, I answer, what shall I cry out? All mankind is grass. And so again, mankind, that's something that's kind of like a man. Okay, so let's look. Because yeah, the expiate, whatever, okay, is to make amends, okay, some kind of atonement, okay, for reparation, act of making satisfaction or reparations for an offense, atonement. Okay, so again, somebody was offended by something, and I think that again, these people had no right to do what they did. I think they got into a position of power, which again is not even their particular throne, and I think that what they did was try to overthrow the empress or the queen, period. And it's treasonous. That's how I see it. Completely pious, loyal, devout. Okay, because again, I'm dedicated to the people first. It's always going to be that way. Compensation for a wrong. The act of atoning sin or wrongdoing. So again, I think that what was done to, again, if we're talking about Jerusalem, and if we're looking at, again, this energy as the Jerusalem, and if we're just talking about energy here, it is kind of like that. Kind of like it's time for some kind of recompense or something of this nature, possibly. Okay, even though Sion, I relate to that energy, but if you're talking about the Ruach energy, or that energy that has been here when, like, the heavens scrolled out, or who has been here before the test of time, that energy is going to know that. Past life connections. She can sense the people that she's been in those connections, the people that killed her, that plotted together against her. So again, I think people don't realize that part. They think it's just like fake, or I'm just doing, you know what I'm saying? No, she's not afraid. She's very strong. She's built in strength. But again, at the same time, she knows these things that have happened. And I feel like she was getting unfairly, source called for us to call out the things that we've been calling out that were so-called conspiracies that are actually happening. And it was never against the individuals, never judgment against the individuals, but against the agendas that were in the narratives that were being pushed, and that they were being pushed unjustly or unfairly onto people, okay? Mandated in a sense, okay? That, see, mandate, so again, it that goes against what's natural to me, all right? All right, so again, then the glory of the Lord shall be revealed. Okay, yeah. Okay, a voice says, crying out, what shall I cry out? All mankind is grass. So again, this meadow energy here, again, and all their glory like the flower of the field. The grass withers, the flower wilts. Okay, so again, this makes me think about the flowers. I don't know, Brexit, I don't know, something. I don't know why I'm just thought that or said that, but I do notice that, again, this red poppy flowers or something, pins or whatever people were wearing. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes me think about that energy, okay? So, though the grass withers and the flowers wilt, okay, flowers is making me think about flowers, Enoch flowers, that family line. It's kind of making me think about that as well, okay? The word of our Lord stands forever, okay? Of our God, okay? It says the word of their God will last forever. Go up onto a high mountain, Zion. Herald a glad tiding, cry out at the top of your voice. Jerusalem, herald of good news. So again, this is making me think about also the temperance card here. Okay, so again, this double energy here, playing games, almost distractions, almost, because it's a juggling act here to see who is the brightest star possibly when they know they already got the bright star trapped. You see what I'm saying? So it's about, maybe a masculine wanting to play the field, since we're talking about flowers and meadows, okay? And again, the whole time the star is here just naked and doing her thing, okay? So again, temperance here. Go up on the mountain here. This is the crown here, okay? You can't get it with this. You see what I'm saying? Inner alchemy is taking that long road up to your most high self, okay? It says that King James was the most high and his father was God. In the book that I downloaded, it was a Bible from the 1700s, 1744 or something like that, right? So again, if I'm in that energy right now, you know what I'm saying, then who is the sun? You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is, all right? So again, the world has different ideas for that energy, and they put it on display. All the animals, the men, the like mankind, the fowl of the air, beast of the field, all of the energy here, right? Trying to sculpt something, okay, with her essence here, okay, and create something new. Because again, they were fighting for the soul of America, right? Okay, but when they couldn't take it, right? Because again, with meadow energy here, standing their ground, right? Even being victorious in the spiritual realm, regardless of what they say here, okay? No third party energy here. And if it was, she ain't gonna be the one that's gonna be the second hand. And again, if that's the case, then, and again, how dare you? Then you don't care about me then, because, if we let these other feminine energies that have been doing harm to me heavily this whole time, but again, the masculine, I feel masculines have too. Again, they rejected the cup that was offered to them directly from source. That cup could have been me, only to keep it, waiting in the, Again, the whole time the moon is pissed off, but the sun is shedding its light or its mana, on the land. Not saying that the moon can't be groovy, but I'm just saying it ain't the sun. And the moon, again, is of man. But again, it's the sun is of God. That's the natural heirs, or again, steward energy, again, joined with the people that were already here, those first black water families and things like that. This is why, again, they're able to tap into that energy here to give the illusions. This is why we're able to see in this dual nature. These are gifts passed down. Maybe skip a generation or two. That's what all this fighting has been about. And then the mixing here has to do with the King of Wands. Again, this is somebody selling their royal oats, which is understandable. But it's like, okay, all that, you know what I'm saying? But then when it comes to what it is, I mean, I feel like it'll be all right. Because I feel like the connection is I don't know. The connection would be to, well, I don't want to say, it says death in the maiden here. I don't want it to be that, you know what I'm saying? But, ooh, I feel like it's just something, okay? All right. Fairy of the Divine Hand, okay? So again, I don't know, it says autumn is my last chance. And I say, I think not. Because again, I feel like they're looking for energies that can be molded. Again, my energy can be, I'm very easy to work with. But if you put me in a position where I have to do it myself, then that's the way I'm going to do it. In regards to hoping that it's helping both. But I don't want to be on the bottom. I don't want to just overexert myself in that energy and then forget myself here, that I'm fighting for something as well. And that, again, these energies happen to like or have some type of homage to these other energies that are against me. Like, how is that? How is the world on my shoulders? How is all eyes on me? How am I handling all this stuff? How do it seem like, again, people are looking towards my energy for advice when it comes to things that are going on in the White House? Why am I not there? You see what I'm saying? So it's just that kind of energy too. I mean, call me cocky or whatever you want to call me. I just know that I'm involved with the new energy that's going to be going on here. Whether Source decides to remove that, which I doubt. I feel like, again, people here are trying to give me that perception, and I just doubt it. I believe it. I do have faith. I mean, that's what these cards are saying here, okay? So again, go up to the high mountain and cry out, okay? Fear not to cry out and say to the city of Judah, here is your God. Here comes with power the Lord God, okay, who rules by his strong arm. So again, this is making me think about, again, the armies of the heavens or whatever, okay? Like a shepherd, he feeds his flock in the arms, okay, gathers the lambs, carrying them in his bosom and leading the ewes to care, okay? And it says, who has cupped in his hand the waters of the sea. So again, this makes me think also of the Ace of Swords with the water dripping here. I don't have it with me and I don't want to get distracted right now. But we're seeing the cupped hand here. It's the Ace of Pentacles that's in the hand. And it's also, I think, the Ace of Wands that is a hand, and the Ace of Swords that is in a hand. But again, it's kind of like somebody had to go beyond some measures to collect that crown from underneath the waters, like I said, and it seemed like the water is dripping off of it in seaweed and everything like this. All right. And marked off the heavens is also reminding me of the Triton, again, that has something to do with that USS Bruton emblem, which is making me think about wolves and dragons and lions when it comes to that creature that is on that. Yeah. So again, even to bring balance between the red and the blue, that core, the body, that ongoing circulation of that kind of core energy that kind of goes in and out. I don't know. I just feel like that's what we're talking about here. Who has held in a measure the dust of the earth, weighed the mountains in scales and the hills in balance? Who has directed the spirit of the Lord, who has directed the spirit of the Lord? So the Lord lies in the hand of the laws or lies, right? Or has introduced him, okay, or her as his counselor, okay? whom did he consult to gain knowledge? So again, this is asking somebody some questions, right? So who did they consult to gain knowledge? Again, so we got the moon card sitting here with, again, the sun and the moon there. And what? Because I'm not paying attention to what nobody else doing, but I know they're paying attention to what I'm doing. I know they're surveilling me. I know that some of these people that you wouldn't think have access to things that have to do with some of us. Again, and I know me. Right? Or at some point in time. So again, whom did he consult to gain knowledge? Who taught him the path of judgment or showed him the way of understanding or understanding? Again, I feel like this is, again, for me, it was source, right? And then at some point in time, I feel like in this dimension telepathically, whether it was by governing forces or something natural, you know what I'm saying? I think it was supposed to go one way, but I ended up learning something from, again, the twin flame, divine masculine. But I guess sometimes it feels like it's only if it doesn't exceed this. So it also has been like the Yahweh I said, it's always this competitive energy here. Okay? Even with the Virgo energy, it's always been this something. Some sibling rivalry, some kind of something here. Behold, the nations count as the drop of buckets. So again, this is making me think again, also of the Ace of Cups. As dust on the scales. Okay? Making me think of the World card and the scales that's around the woman, and also, you know, the scale, balancing scale or justice here. Okay? So again, it says, the coastlands weigh no more than powder. Lebanon would not suffice for fuel. So again, Lebanon, I don't know why I'm thinking Kentucky. I think somewhere down south, down directly under this area, there's a Lebanon. I think it's Kentucky. I think I remember it from like, American Gods or whatever. Yeah. It's giving me Viking or Celtic or even some other older kind of energy there. Nor its animals be enough for Holocaust. Before him, all the nations are as naught. Okay, this him can be a her. It could be a feminine and her masculine, her emperor energy, vice versa. Okay, as nothing and void, he accounts them. Okay, to whom can you liken God? Okay, all right. What now? Again, this makes me think again about pre-Adamite energy. That's who. The Asterith energy. That's who. Okay, the Ruach. Mother, that's who. With what equal can you confront him or her? An idol cast by a craftsman, which the smith plates with gold. Okay, I'm hearing dipping something in gold, maybe even a phallus or an ass, could be donkey or something of that nature. I don't know. Okay, again, Akhenaten is coming to mind here. Okay, it's funny, I just put that image up of my face next to Akhenaten's gold. Yeah. I'm even getting Martin Luther King energy here. As nothing and void, he accounts them. So again, that's me looking at anybody else that's trying to take portions of the land, portions of the crown, whatever. That's just the energy. I mean, you don't have to think how I think if you don't want to, but I'm just saying that's how I see it here. That's how I see it. But again, but that's too harsh, I think, for some people to take. They are concerned when, again, the real change would just be the empress and the emperor sitting where they're supposed to be, or again, removing an idol that may be already sitting in my energy and in my spot, out of that spot, so that I can take my place, my rightful place as that heir, that soul heir with that twin flame. Because that's the only reason and that's the only way it was going to work in the first place, is what I hear from the ancestors. That's just me. All right. So again, with this thing that I was supposed to be coming in to do, it was only with these particular people. One went wrong, one possibly did too, but one went wrong beyond the shadow of doubt and maybe too far, where the ancestors or source had to go ahead and swap something up. So again, that's where, again, the son of the north was called in, which is why, again, with the moon card, you're seeing that energy of the okay, so I can see something here. Okay, that energy of, yeah, that, yeah, okay, it's all catching up to me right now. The Canaan energy, the Canadian energy, right? Black Hawk. Okay, it's all coming in now a little bit here. Hold on. Okay. Okay. An idol cast by a craftsman to build the being workshop. Okay, which the smith plates with gold and fits with silver chains. Okay, so again, this has something to do with chains. Again, we do talk about Unchained, or this, what this channel used to be called. All right, but mulberry wood, the choice portion, which is a skilled craftsman picks out for himself, choosing timber that will not rot to set up an idol that will not be unsteady. So again, this is making me think about somebody that's consistent, possibly, right? Right? But again, it's like, how can you put so much on one individual, whether this be a masculine energy or a feminine energy, and then expect them to be able to deliver, you know what I'm saying? But again, I know one thing, I won't stop. Right? And again, while I'm busy doing this and being some type of clown or some kind of entertainment, and I'm supposed to be a part of rebuilding and, you know, claiming this nation, right? And then we have someone low key, right? In our sneaky peek energy, the Seven of Swords, coming in and taking over and writing their name. But so again, in the book of Enoch, when it said that these women messed up because of the work of their hands, this is them going in and taking over. Now again, let's say if it is some kind of competition or something like that, okay. But it, you know, if all of the people that were sent in to help the one goes and chooses to help the idol, or to just sit there and watch the person drown, you know what I'm saying? Then what are we really talking about here? But there's still no defeat, because I feel like sources got their hands all up in this, okay? So one man helps another. Look at this. I didn't even realize that's what that's going to say. One man helps another. One says to the other, keep on. But again, everybody's just watching from afar like, yeah, keep on. Well, I'm like, I can't swim. I mean, even though I can. You know what I'm saying? And they just like, keep on going, you know? And again, it's like how you don't even know how you getting it done, but you getting it done. So again, I could respect that. At the same time, somebody like me that had to go through a lot to get even to this part here. You know, like I said, I appreciate, but damn, you know what I'm saying? Okay?